Kyle here from Applied OCD. Today I'm going to be putting one of the finishing touches on my porch project out there. It's a Koolspot blind or outdoor sunshade that mounts either on the ceiling or on a wall, and it cranks down so that it can reduce the amount of sunlight coming into an area such as this. Only I'm going to put it on the front of the house where I have a west-facing picture window. And in the summertime, in the late afternoon and early evening, we get a lot of sun coming in there, and it really heats up that living room area. So we decided that we would put one of these shades up there. They had them on sale at Costco here this year. I think I paid $59 or $69 for this thing. And it's 8 foot wide and 8 foot long. So I'm going to unbox it right now, get it assembled, and then we'll take it out there and we'll install it. Looks like it's got some plastic stuff on there to keep it from getting scratched. Hardware box. Do not discard. Very politically correct. Trilingual instructions. I will save out the English one. All right. Oh, it also comes with a happy template here, I guess. But when you have a tape measure and you know how to use it, you don't need no stinking template. Besides, what usually happens is you put the template up there and it's crooked or it bends because it's just made out of flimsy, cheap paper. And then your mounting is crooked. So we aren't going to use it. Okay, let's get this out of here. All right, we got to put this little ring thingy on here. I'm going to grab some tools. I didn't bring anything out here because I didn't know what I needed, and you never know what you need because you don't know if you need Allen wrenches or what. So it looks like at this point in time, all I need is a Phillips screwdriver. So, be right back. Okay. This is the crank handle. Some assembly required. So they give you a couple little 5mm screws and some star lock washers. Go ahead and put that together right now. Two screws. Pretty straightforward. So I didn't even look at the instructions yet, but I have an idea based on what this thing looks like. If you've ever installed a set of mini blinds on your house, this is basically a giant mini blind. It has those brackets that you mount either on the face of the wall or the underside of the jamb extensions on the window, and then your mini blind will just click into that as a channel. So you've got the bracket like this. These prongs hook into the channel, and then it snaps up, clicks up into here. So that's how we're going to put it in, just like so. Put that like that, and then it's got a button here that you can push. This little button right here, you can see, so you can easily remove it. So this clicks into the groove, and this click snaps into the other groove. And you want to take the blind off, you simply push this and roll the blind out. So that's how we're going to do it. And it looks like they give you a lot of flexibility. You can put these basically anywhere on this whole thing. So I'm going to opt for one in the middle, and then I'll come in 3 or 4 inches from each end, and that's where we're going to put it. So I've got the brackets here. What do we got here? I don't know what this stuff is. Oh, it's a bungee system. So apparently, when you have this thing cranked out, you can fasten the bottom of this curtain or the blind down to the floor or maybe the wall or something like that to keep the wind from blowing it around. We're going to hold off on that for right now because chances are I'm not going to just crank this thing down and walk away and leave it forever while I'm not around to keep an eye on it. So I don't think I'm going to use that. Plus, I really don't want to drill holes in my new decking out there on the floor. So that's not going to happen. So we're going to call this a wall installation because I'm going to mount it on the face of the beam. So I don't want this tab to hang down below the end of the beam. So I have to measure that. So from the bottom of the beam, I'm going to go up. I'm going to go up 1.5 inches. I'll just go up 1.5 inches and put that up there. So we're going to go 1.5 inches up from the bottom of the beam. And then this thing is, I'm going to measure inside of this. There's a little bracket here where the end cap goes on. You can only put the mounting bracket so far. So I'm going to come inside of there. Okay, this is exactly 8 feet long. So 48 inches to the center. And then we'll go from there in about 3 inches. We'll just make it 4 inches. So we'll come in 4 inches from center to center. So it'll be, what would that be? 44 inches from center line. 44 to here. And that should do it. And we'll go put it up. Okay, this is the center of the window right here. About 3 inches to the north of the seam on the ceiling. So I made a mark here. I decided to come up 4 inches. I want to have that thing mounted up a little bit higher. That way you can't see it from the driveway or when you walk up to the house. You'll be able to see it from inside, but it's not a big deal. "44 inches. Come down here and do the same. I used the 10-inch mark and I'm going all the way to 54 because I can't really see where the hook sits perfectly. So there's 54. And I make my mark at 10 inches. And then just do a sanity check, make sure I'm correct. Hold that roughly there on the hook. And 44 inches, close enough for what we're doing. Because that track goes the length of the blind, so we've got plenty of leeway to move it around one way or the other. To do the square, here it is. So there's 2 holes in each bracket, and the holes are 3/4 of an inch apart. So I'm just going to bring this up here, make myself a line. It goes all the way across. Transfer that one. And then I'm going to go 3/8 of an inch either side. There's 3/8. There's 3/8. I got 2 holes there ready to drill. There we go. 3/8 of an inch. Looks like they're in a straight line. So I'm going to go ahead and drill the holes, and then we'll get the brackets mounted up. And because I want to limit how many times I go up and down the ladder, which I think is what screwed up my knee to begin with, we're going to take all the hardware, all the brackets, all that fun stuff up with me, and we'll do it all at once. So I got screws. Oop. I got my screws and brackets, a bit, and a drill bit. Here we go. If I'm lucky, I won't run into any nails or screws in that beam. That would be disappointing. And the prongs have to go up with the little hoopy-doo release tab down. So here you go. There's one. Rinse and repeat. So I made a little pencil mark on the top side here where the center is going to be, because I want to make sure that I get that one lined up, and then wherever the other ones fall is really kind of just wherever they fall. Okay, that one's clicked in. That one's clicked in. Okay, here we go. We're going to give it the old college try and see how this thing works. Ha! Check it out. Only thing would be better would be to attach the Milwaukee drill to this thing. Spin it down. There you go. That's probably about as far as we're ever going to take it. Just because, well, when you're sitting in the house, you really don't need it to go much lower than that. However, I am seeing that the wind kind of blows that a little bit. You know what I could do? Here's a thought. I'll take these little ball bungee things that go in here. I can just wrap them around the railing right here. Just put them like that. Actually, I could use this plus a ball bungee from Harbor Freight. Wrap the ball bungee around this ball and then go around here with that. And that should hold that, at least keep it from flopping around in the wind. I think that would be okay. Yeah, I like that. Well, let me give it a try, and I'll put it on here so you can check it out. So I got a couple of these ball bungees from the local discount joint, and I'm going to stick them through this hole and then just go around the railing. And these fit in there perfectly. Look at that. Couldn't ask for a better fit. And then there you go. We're good. Go do the other side. And then I could probably crank it up a little bit, raise the thing up a little bit just to put a little bit of tension on there to help keep it from flopping around. But I think that's going to work. So that worked out really well. I got my sunshade put up. And if you go in the house and look out the window, I can still see the road and everything out there. I can watch the ambulances go by, which is almost a daily occurrence. And this will work out nice. I think it's going to help keep the sun out of the living room. And we're going to try it out this evening because it's a bright sunny day with no clouds. We'll see how it looks this evening. And I think we're in business. The outside part of this is kind of the last thing I wanted to do to finish up the porch. And looks to me like it's all done. Anyway, thanks for watching.